We're live.
We're live.
What's up? We work in a bridal store. Worked in a bridal store. I said working in a bridal store. She used to work in it, so it will not be named yet. I'll be quitting soon. When I quit, we will name it. It's basically a budget bridal store, but it is a huge chain. You can probably guess. But I didn't say it, so.
Ah, I see why you can't say it now.
Yeah.
Sorry, that registered very late.
So we are going to be going over. What do you call it?
I have notes.
Or?
Oh, by the way, just take a moment to look at my adorable new journal for our channel.
Yes,
and
our
slash
channel and
dogs.
Our dog.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram.
Right here.
You're right here.
Alrighty.
All right, so.
I forgot that.
So, I know, right? My short-term memory. All right. There's the title.
Okay, what not to do at your bridal appointment. These are going to be some lists from the stylist and the alterations perspective on things that happen regularly, and don't please do it. Just don't.
Yeah. It really does make everything and the experience a lot more difficult, not just for your stylist, but it can stress you out too. And people just don't realize it.
Yeah.
You know, because everyone's so excited, you have all these opinions coming at you, it's just like, it's overwhelming. This is a huge step in anybody's life, is to marry your significant other. All right.
So you want thick chains.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that people do is being late to their appointments. This is horrible on every aspect of any appointment.
Seriously, like,
touch on the stylist part first.
Okay, so when people come in, we expect you to be at least 10 to 15 minutes prior to your appointment.
Which is standard for most appointments.
Exactly, because we would be wrapping up with our previous bride, or it could be opening, which is, you know, when you're the first one there, and if you're running like 15, 20 minutes late, that can totally set off your appointment. And that used to be an hour and a half, I think, per appointment, but with COVID, it turned into an hour. So, I mean, if you think about it, we introduce ourselves, we have you look at the dress, we get your family seated, we have to get you in your room, in all of your, like, your undergarments and all of that stuff. It's a lot, and we had to limit people to about 5 dresses per session because of COVID. And that actually made a lot of people unhappy. So, it's just kind of... being on time is really crucial because it can also push our appointments back farther.
That also makes you go overtime, or you're upset because now you have a shorter time slot.
I know. Sorry, we're over here. Like, these are some of my biggest pet peeves. Actually,
are
all of these are my biggest pet peeves.
We have a list of 12 right here. This might get broken up depending on how long this goes into parts.
Yes. So I think that's pretty like self-explanatory.
Right. Just don't be late to your appointment so you don't run over.
Yeah.
And even if you got there on time, don't run over your appointment. When the stylist is trying to get you out, go. Like, you have other appointment times. Go take a break. That is a break you need to decide whether or not you want that dress.
And two, like, I know life happens. So if you just give us a call saying, hey, I'm running late, we will be gladly, like, I will understand. I've had brides call me so apologetic, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it's fine, you know, like, I'd rather you get here safely than get in an accident.
Right.
Or you hit traffic or whatever reason. And if, like, they haven't even left their house yet, you can always offer to reschedule their appointment.
Right.
It's not a big deal. Yeah, it sucks for the stylist because we are on commission, but at the same time, like, you know, if you're a good person, you don't want someone to get hurt. Money. This was just for a fun job. It's a fun job. So.
I mean, most bridal places like this one, you don't work at it for the money. You don't.
All right.
All right. That leads pretty easily into. Should we do number 2 or 3 first? Because I feel like being late is also kind of.
Yeah, we can do number 3.
Okay.
So the second one is being rude to your stylists.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, like, seriously. I mean, you would think it's common sense. You just don't be rude to people. What happened to that saying of, like, be treated how you would want to be treated?
Right.
Like, they know we can't say anything. I mean, like I
say that.
I know she does. She's a savage. But like I had to grow backbone because honestly, and let it roll off my back. And I was like, you know what? Like if you're gonna be that way, fine. I don't care.
Right.
And then when you disengage with them, they notice that, and then they're like, okay, well, okay, I see what I'm doing. Like I'm making her upset.
Yeah.
And then they actually start becoming more kind. And I mean, that is every single time with any bride, mother, father, family member, friends, whatever. You can always be firm and get your point across to the customer. I don't believe in that saying the customer is always right.
No,
That's a bunch of bull
they're
crap.
not. You're not.
No. Exactly.
I'm sorry, you're not.
Yeah.
If you work in any type of customer service area, you agree with me. The customer is not always right. She's in a position where she wasn't is easily able to kind of defend herself against customers. So she had to put up with it. And when I say rude, I don't mean like even short or just like not uppity. I'm talking outright rude.
Yeah.
Like, demanding, demeaning, degrading.
Yeah.
And then
just insulting.
Exactly,
It's
insulting.
Insulting and like one of my biggest things is when someone insults my intelligence. I'm sorry. I have a degree. I'm gonna little boast a little bit here. I have a degree in biology. You think I really, care about working here and making money? Like I love the job in general. It was great.
Right, it's fun.
But like I didn't sign up to be treated like crap. This is
Exactly.
supposed to be a happy time. You're getting married. You're not going to be a bridezilla. Don't be a bridezilla. Nobody likes bridezilla.
It will ruin your experience. You will literally have to live this down forever, and I promise you, your family and friends won't forget. Side story here. I had a bride that came in like 2-ish years ago, like one of my first years at this Davis, and recently came in. So somebody else was getting married. I think it was a sister or a friend. I can't remember. A couple months ago. Yeah, a couple months ago. And she was literally roasting her because she was such a bridezilla, and this bride was so easy. And they recognized me, and they were like, "You did my dress," and I didn't recognize her at first because I just don't. I see hundreds of people.
Seriously,
like I did
she's
not
always
remember.
busy doing stuff. It's crazy.
And then
track of people.
And then the only reason I did remember her was because she was one of the biggest pains of the year.
Was that when I was there?
Yeah, I think I told you about this one.
Probably did. There's so many. I'm telling you,
There's a lot
like, to even keep track of. We'll discuss
and
that later.
The entire fitting, she's like, "I'm not as bad as her, huh?" I'm like, and she looked embarrassed, which she should have. Don't
Dang, that's
anyway.
ballsy. I'm sorry. Like she knows.
Like I get the sense they were sisters. I don't know if they were sister or friends, but I get the sense sisters because as somebody that has several siblings, that's like you're talking to your sibling. Like you definitely hold stuff over their head. Like it goes. You don't live it down. They will remember you and be like, "Yeah, she was a bridezilla." I get bridesmaids that come in. They're like, "She is a bridezilla." Like I wish I never accepted this wedding invite.
Yeah, I've been invited to some of those bridezilla's weddings. Didn't go.
No, it's
I was like, why would I
want to?
Yeah, I was like, why would I want to come when you treat me like crap?
Exactly.
Anyway,
like the invite's supposed to make up for it. Anyway,
moving on. Yeah, literally. So this all goes in order. Literally, this is how it goes.
This is the escalation.
Yeah, it literally escalates, and then it gets worse and worse. And I've had days where it was literally exactly in this order. The next one is inappropriate undergarments.
Don't come naked.
Oh my god! I cannot tell you how many brides I have had that came into the store and get them in the dressing room, and we're supposed to be in there helping them into these $1,000 gowns.
Right.
And surprise, no underwear. And that zipper's right in that butt crack.
It falls right in the butt crack.
Dude, I was like, I'm gonna stick my fingers in there.
Right, I'm not fishing it out.
Yeah, I was like... Yeah, because I was like, I literally had to and then flip backwards into her crack. And I was like, girl, look, I'm not gonna touch your butt crack right now. I was like, and she laughs it off and goes, oh, I know. And I was like, that's so freaking unsanitary.
So on top of that, keep in mind you're trying on dresses. Would you want to try on a dress that you knew somebody else was naked in?
This is a side story. Do you remember that one-piece dress that someone tried on?
Yes!
Oh, God! Okay, so listen to this, guys. We had a dress.
Ew!
Oh, so we had this one dress. And and it is a leotard. It's a really pretty gown, but
It's
it's very
cute. It's
showy.
pretty, yes.
It shows.
It is for a type.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way.
No.
Just like if you are modest, you're not wearing it. But if
Exactly.
you want to be the center of attention, the shining star of the moment, for you. Yeah, for sure.
So it was like a leotard and it had a slip over, right, with lace. It was very pretty.
If you're schmexy and you
And
know it, that's what this
there was
is.
this one of my coworkers, we'll call her Alexa, and I felt so bad for her. She had it up to here with this bride that day, and we have to steam the dresses after each use because of COVID. And she took it up to the front. She goes to snap the crotch because it was a snap,
That's how
and
I
there
held it in place.
was discharge. I kid you not, discharge in that dress. I saw it, and I was like
It's gross.
It's
gross.
disgusting.
That's nasty.
And Alexa was not allowed in the room because of COVID. We weren't allowed to help brides into the dresses. So that being said, it is seriously this simple. Wear underwear. You don't have to wear a bra. That's fine if you're comfortable.
Right, whatever. Okay, that one's not bad.
That's not that bad.
But underwear.
But underwear. Like, I know we
And
have
this
all
is
the
like-
same body parts, but I don't
It's
want
all the same body
that
parts,
touching.
but you don't know what somebody else has. And this isn't to shame anybody or anything, but would you want to put on a dress you knew another woman had discharged it?
We wouldn't have
Would
noticed.
you?
We wouldn't have noticed if we
Yeah.
weren't steaming the dresses.
That would have gone back on the floor.
And somebody would have went in there and they would have, that would have
Grabbed
been
it, would have
embarrassing.
dried up on the thing, it would have looked all white and nasty.
For example, actually another story, I'm sorry, this just came
Yeah.
to me. There was period blood in a dress one
See?
time. And I gave it to a bride and I was so embarrassed. I was like, ma'am, I am so sorry. I had no idea that I even had that in there. I was like, I'm gonna take this away, and
It makes you lose trust in the store and the dresses there. Like, why would you want to put on another dress there?
if
You're like,
I was-
what
yeah.
else was missed?
yeah, if I was a bride, I'd be like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'd
out.
be like, I'm leaving.
I'm leaving.
Like, I don't want to purchase anything from the store.
Exactly.
And people buy dresses off the floor when they don't have enough time to order. They find the dress they love and it's discontinued.
We'll get to that part. But anyway, I think that's long story short.
Right.
Alright, so the next one. Being sexually inappropriate.
If you got a boob job, congratulations. But the amount of times we have been asked, and this is a common thing
Very
in bridal and amongst the stylists, do not ask us to grab your boob and feel your boob job.
Yeah, I had a lady a week, she was in there a week after her boob job. I was like, how are you still here? I mean, it looked great. Not gonna lie, her boobs looked really good. But I just was like, man, like I'm on the ground, like trying to get her into a dress on my knees. She puts her boobs in my eye sockets. I'm telling you, I mean, like, they were nice. They looked really good. But I'm sorry, I don't swing that way. There's nothing wrong if you swing that way.
But it's just the fact that,
I
like,
just was like,
regardless of which way you swing, I already have to be really close to you to help you.
exactly.
Don't shove your
And
body parts at
Believe
me.
it or not.
Just don't.
Just
don't
don't
ask
do
us
it.
to touch your body.
Or like talk about your sex life or like
little
things
weird.
you've done in the past. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, whatever. If you're just open like that, again, I'm not
You're-
shaming, but like,
You're
remember,
open, but remember other people have boundaries.
exactly. And like, and you can definitely touch waters with your stylist. That's
Yeah.
fine. And if they're not receptive, don't continue.
Yeah.
Just pull back on that one and continue maybe talking about something else.
Right.
That's just my best piece of advice from coming from a stylist. So, I think that one covers it.
Going over an appointment, we kind of touched on that one already. But in case we forgot anything, when you go over an appointment, it cuts into another bride's appointment. It backs up the entire day. Somebody else is not frustrated because you took up all that time selfishly, and that is a selfish move for you to do. I don't care that you're getting married. It's selfish for you
Yeah.
to cut
Millions
to somebody
of
else.
people get married every
Exactly.
single day. I mean, like, I know that sounds really harsh. Like, it is special. But
It is special.
I mean, in the long run, nobody cares.
Nobody outside of you and your
Yeah.
family cares. Like,
Yeah.
we care that we get to be a part of this special moment and that we get to help you pick out a dress. But if you're
Yeah.
ruining it for somebody else,
Yeah.
we're judging you.
Oh, yeah. I've had people, I mean, like, she refused to get
Yeah.
off the platform.
Right, I'm not talking about
Refused.
5-ish minutes over, like, oh, like, let me get out of the dress type.
It's
deal.
like
I'm
2
talking
hours over.
People go over.
I had to leave. I
30
was like,
minutes
look,
to an hour.
I was like, you can stay here trying on stuff, which we do not typically allow,
No.
but she was throwing such a fit. And we were like, you know what? Just do what you want. I have to go. And I cannot help you, and I will not help you.
and this is just a side note, she does this job as an extra side job. Her husband's in the military, so when he's home and she is supposed to be off at 3 and doesn't get off till 4 or 5 o'clock because his ride wants to be difficult, and she's losing the very little time she gets to spend with her husband, that is selfish.
It is. It's just really inconsiderate.
Yeah.
Just another, like, just to finalize that, just be considerate of people's time.
Exactly.
We are excited for you because it is a happy thing. I love watching people get married and being in love. It's great. But just be considerate of other people's time. Like, we don't just cater to you. You are not, you know, God's gift to this earth. I'm sorry.
I'm sure you had God's given gifts, but be fair.
Alright. So the next one. Oh, this one pisses me.
I can't stand this one.
Okay, so this is family members, friends, whoever is with you for your appointment, grabbing dresses / accessories / Like,
Literally anything. Don't
Anything.
touch it. You don't know where it goes back. You don't know if that's a display one or if one can be tried on. You don't know.
exactly. So, I remember this one family. I mean, they grabbed everything in the kitchen sink. I'm not even joking you. And they left it in a pile and I didn't see it until the end of the appointment. I mean, just piles of shoes, belts, earrings, bracelet. Were not even put back on. They just threw them on the dress.
Yeah.
Dresses all covered the entire, like, dressing
Mind
room.
you, these dresses are made of lace, tulle, chiffon, and Jordan is
I
just
think
sitting on them, sitting on the floor. This can snag the dress, damage the dress, ruin the dress for somebody else who might have needed that dress.
I can't tell you how many times dresses have been ruined.
Yeah.
And I had to, we just have to send them back. So
And
it's disappointing. And I've had people waiting for that dress, but it's so damaged. It's like,
You can no longer try it on.
I can't try it on. It's falling apart. So, I mean, long story short, let the stylist and the alteration people, if they are bringing you back,
And by the time you get back to alteration, don't come with the idea that you can, because you're in your dress, you can come in and try on a bunch of accessories and go. We have a strict schedule. If I'm the only alterations person there, I need you in and out. I need to fit you, get you on your way, so I can handle the next appointment.
just trust us. Long story short, we know what we're doing. It's our job.
Yeah.
We're trained professionally how to handle and
Different situations get you what you need and want and make this your special day.
Exactly. Alrighty. Alright, you want to do that one?
Excessively large parties.
That one's a good one.
Don't do it. You don't need your 6 best friends, 5 of which you haven't spoken to in 6 months, and your 3 sisters, 2 of them which you actually hate and got into a fist fight with the other night.
I'm weak.
Alright? You don't need that many people.
Your whole family and all
Right.
your children. And
Right. Don't, and if you can avoid it, this is a side note, don't bring kids. And it's not the fact that nobody likes kids there, because they do.
they just take up.
They take up time, their hands get on the dresses, they run into the mirrors because it is confusing with the amount of mirrors in a bridal store. I've had kids run straight into the mirrors, just down. If you can avoid it, don't bring kids. If you have to, bring somebody whose sole job is to watch those kids. It is fun to be a part of it, but there is such thing as a mock appointment. You have a big party come, you already have the dress, and you come out and you're like, oh, this is the dress, this is what I love. And this is kind of leading into the next point, that is why you don't bring excessively large parties. But too many things get ruined, there's too many opinions in the pot, and it's gonna overwhelm you.
Exactly. I mean, like, side note, I do have a quick story to share about that. I had, and I'll never forget it, I had one bride. She had a beautiful shape. She had an hourglass shape. She had a very large chest, and she had a nice booty, tiny little waist. I mean, like Kim Kardashian body. She was gorgeous. And her family was there. Her mom, all of her sisters, like her aunts. Like, it was a huge party.
Like, it sounds like a good
10
idea.
to 15 people. It was huge. And so they're ripping her apart. They called her, she looked like a linebacker, and that is one of the most popular things people like to say to the bride. I don't know what possesses me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, why?
You look like a linebacker.
Yeah.
On what planet did you
Yeah.
not think that was at any point okay?
I was like, well, what the heck do I look like? I was like, she's so tiny, and I have broader shoulders than she does. So I was like, what the freak? Okay, whatever. But anyway, they were telling her she called her fat. Her mother called her fat. Everyone's like, just picked her apart, ripped her to shreds. They had no nice comments to say, and I had it up to here. And normally You know, I'm like, just ignore him. Like, you know, we're gonna get through this. She cried on my shoulder in the, literally hugged me, cried. Just cried.
Yeah.
And I walked out and I was like, hey guys, I need to talk to you. Like, and I had to address the family, and that's like a big thing for me because, you know, you have to kind of keep your boundaries, but this was taking it way too far. It was bullying at this point. It was bullying.
Yeah.
Bullying to a child. And
Yeah.
I was like, you guys are being extremely harsh. And they were like, well, that's just how we are.
No,
and I said, no. I was like, it doesn't, no, you guys are being really rude.
Yeah.
She's crying in there. So please, just this time, just say something nice. You guys have been nitpicking this whole entire appointment. I'm just letting you know she's upset. Say something nice to your daughter. You would think common sense. Just be like, daughter, you look great. You look beautiful. You look beautiful in anything, but this isn't the dress. This isn't flattering you here. Maybe I wish it had more applique up here.
There are ways
to word things and say it nicely and still firm and get your point across.
Right.
You don't have to sugarcoat it. You can be straightforward. Like,
I'd be like, this is really flattering, this shape is really flattering, but I think the lace looks old. That's being realistic.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting heated. Just talk. These memories, repressed memories, are coming back.
That was point 8, by the way. The too many opinions and the tearing the bride down, which is kind of coincided with 7.
Yeah.
Which is just don't bring excessively large brides. Bring important people that you genuinely care about their opinions.
Sorry.
Yeah, we joke.
But that's
Just that.
All right, I think this one irritates me.
Oh!
Yeah, this one irritates me. Like, it's getting close to my number 1. Don't make it about you. Nobody cares about
Nobody cares
you.
about you.
It is about the
It's
bride.
about bride. That's it. You are there to support her, to help her pick her dress, to encourage her.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what a true friend is that asking too much? Yeah, I guess it is. So, with this, like, I mean, I have so many stories about this, but it's like, don't try on dresses, like, don't talk about your wedding excessively. Like, you know, you can always give your points.
Yeah,
which is
your
great.
experience, your points, but don't say, this was so great, or you should do this because I did it.
Exactly. I hate that. And I'm just like, girl, sit down.
Right.
And then trying on bridesmaids' dresses, getting up on the platform, and like, oh, this looks so nice.
Right.
She's like, well, that's not my color. She's like, oh, this is the color I want to wear.
You're bridesmaid. Nobody cares about
you. I didn't even have a bridesmaid. The color was apple red, right? Like a really bright red. And she wore, I think it was like an indigo blue, like bright blue to her the wedding, and she was made of art. Yeah. And she's like, I don't care.
I would have fired her immediately.
Exactly.
Like, you're not walking down.
No, I'm like
you were going to be that easily replaced.
Oh yeah, I was like, don't even bother coming.
Right.
You can leave.
Right, you're not invited anymore.
No. I think it's incredibly just considerate, rude, and selfish. Anyway, do you have any other stories you want to touch on that?
I think that pretty much covers it. Like, it should be obvious. It should be one of those things you shouldn't have to be told. But if you are taking attention away from the bride, if you are causing the bride's dress, don't do it. It's that easy.
I understand, like, if your wedding was great, like, great.
Fantastic.
But you know what?
Nobody cares anymore.
Exactly.
It's over.
It's done.
Like, in a photo album somewhere, probably, but he does. You probably haven't looked at it.
Or you're already divorced. And that was a big one.
Facts.
Alright, this one's your, I think, one of yours.
Okay, this is one of mine because it gets on my nerves. Everybody sits here and watches say yes to the dress, okay? Right before they come bridal shopping. Quit saying, are you saying yes to the dress when you're at a little boutique or at another bridal store, at any chain store.
Yeah, don't we have like that heart? What does it say? I said yes.
I found the one.
Okay, so
yeah.
they make it, yeah.
Yeah. That is trademarked, I believe, by the show. Smaller boutiques could potentially, if they wanted to be petty, if Say Yes to the Dress wanted to be petty, could get to legal issues with them because they're promoting a thing that's not theirs. If it is trademarked. I'm not 100% sure whether it is, but I believe it is.
It probably is.
Yeah,
so
it's
big.
huge.
It's huge. There's no way.
When you go to Kleinfeld, you have thousands of dollars to spend. When you're going to boutique, you maybe have like $1,000, $2,000 budget generously. Like realistically, how much can you spend on your dress? Don't go to every store and say, are you saying yes to this dress? No, you're not on the show.
Yeah.
Keep drinking. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Keep drinking.
freaking I won't say her name, but our manager at the time, would always say like, oh, you should say that. Like we would do role plays and stuff like that. Granted, like that's great for training and stuff like that. But when you get to a point where you've been doing it for so long, I don't know. I just
it gets old. You know what you're doing.
You know what you're doing. And, like I was the #1 seller there at this facility. I don't know what to call it, business. But I mean, shoot. I don't know. It just stop it. Long story short.
Right.
Alrighty, the next one.
This is a pretty big one. And it's not about monetarily shaming you or anything like that. This is realistically speaking.
Yes. So, don't say yes unless you are going to purchase the dress that day. Now, before everybody freaks out, I'm not saying that I want you to buy the dress because I want the commission. Yeah, the commission's, a nice thing, but it really comes down to the dress can be discontinued. If you wait a certain amount of time, we may not be able to order that dress anymore because it'll come past your wedding date. And then you're scrambling, trying to find a certain size. You may have to buy a dress 2 or 3 sizes bigger and pay an arm and a leg in alteration.
$1,000+ to get it altered down.
Yes.
When you have to get something altered down, and not every dress can be safely altered down more than 2 sizes, you're not going to be happy because now you spent money on a dress you either A, didn't want, or you had to settle for several sizes too big, and now it's just not going to fit properly.
You might as well have gone to Kleinfield with that.
Honestly. Or have a dress custom made.
Exactly.
Like, you're not in a position that you have to spend more money than you would have because you picked the dress and weren't ready to pay for it.
And to play off of that, just make sure you shop for your dress. With
huge,
enough,
huge
like,
point. 6 months is not too early.
Yeah, give yourself enough time to buy your dress, order the dress, get it fitted, because you should have it done, like your fitting's done like at least a month or 2 before your wedding, at least.
And you need to leave time if there is some event in which the dress comes in damaged, which has not happened a ton, but it does happen.
Yeah.
Like the lace was just not even on some dresses, or beading, or missing a few patches and others. Like, it's not a huge issue in the place I work at, but it happens. Give yourself time to reorder. You should be shopping for your dress about a year in advance.
Mm-hmm. So I think that pretty much covers all of that. Just be wary of that. Is my best piece of advice for you guys. Just do everything in advance. It'll cause a lot less stress for you guys in the long run.
And if you have to do, a lot of the shops have like special order layaways, or layaways which you can pay it off in a slow,
or like credit cards or something. Yeah. Like you could do whatever you want as long as
and
you
that
make
gives you
monthly
time.
payments.
Right, that gives you time to pay it off.
Yeah, and then
think about your options
too. Yeah, and save also. I'm sorry, like I know, like we could keep going on about this. Like save for your dress. Do if you want to do down payment or pay it all off at once. It's your prerogative what you want to do. But that's just the best recommendation, so you can get what you want without stressing about money, because you do have other expenses.
A lot of other things.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Right. This is a pretty big one. Yeah. I just thought of one that we can put after this, but I'll save it. Okay. Go ahead and save it.
Being drunk at your work. Dude, we don't. Okay, so at this business. I'm trying so hard not to say.
I know.
I'm like, I have to pause for
times. I was like,
yeah, I know, right? What is it? At this business, we do not have our liquor license. So technically, if anybody reports this to corporate, we can get in a ton of trouble. Not only like the company getting fined for whatever reason or sued, whatever.
Stylist could be fired.
Yeah,
she allowed it.
Yeah, allowed it. And I've had people get angry with me because I didn't let them drink.
Yeah, there were people that brought in a bunch of little champagne bottles, a bunch of little liquor bottles.
And they were drinking, and then it says a lot about them. They were drinking out of the parking lot.
Yeah, they were like hanging out in the parking lot drinking.
I was like, go
Celebrate at home.
Celebrate at home, or go celebrate at a bar.
Right. Go make it fun. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, so it's just like, be courteous. I mean, it all ties together.
It really just be courteous. Just be thoughtful. Just what would happen if you were in this person's situation? Would you want to deal with an entire party of drunk people trying to pick out a dress And then either impulse buying because you're drunk and not liking the dress the next day, and that hurts the stylist's productivity. Which, yes, it's about the bride too, but this is somebody who has to work and pay bills.
Yeah, and I've had to sway people, like when they come in and they're intoxicated, and I'm like, hey, I was like, are you sure you want to make this decision?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm brutally honest, and I think that's why I did so well in the sales is I'm like, well, do you want the dress or do you not want the dress?
Yeah.
In the nicest way possible, though. I'm like, it's up to you. It's if you love it, you can see yourself wearing it, nothing else, then that's it. That's the dress. Yeah. And then you just figure out your payments. Like, I don't know, I've had to steer people away, and I'm like, hey, maybe you should just take a break. Like, you're
like sometimes the dress is out of their budget. They come in with like $500 budget and it's like $1,000 dress.
That's a good one.
Right. Yeah, that's like really something to think about.
Yeah.
And that's not like trying to class shame or anything like that. That is realistic. If you cannot afford it, don't put yourself in a situation where you're breaking the bank.
I had a bride. She came in with like a $200 budget, and she was trying on like
doable if you are flexible.
Yeah, like she was trying almost like a $3,000 gown that she fell in love with, and she couldn't afford it. And I told her,
It's
like,
heartbreaking.
Yeah, like you know, there are stylists that are like, yeah, try it on, like hoping like she would budge. And I told her no. I was like, should I try it on? I said no. I was like,
it's not in your budget.
Would you buy it? And she
Right.
goes, I don't know, I can't afford it. I was like, then why would you try it on?
Right, why would you? Yeah, exactly.
Like, I know it's tempting, but like, don't, like, that was the whole concept.
Yeah.
I was like, and you get what you paid for, alright? Like,
You do.
You can't come in and, you know, expect to have sequins, lace, and all this for $200. It doesn't work like that.
And then getting anything like that altered is couture pricing. If it has to be done by hand at all, it's pricey. Alterations alone for couture dress can range anywhere from $400 to $800, averagely speaking.
Yeah. I've had some that go like, $2,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, one of my most expensive ones was $2,900. Yeah, $2,976. Yeah.
Well, you know,
She had a
you
ton of
guys,
custom work done, but
regardless, like, you guys don't realize how much work that they do. It is insane. I walked back there, and I was new to all this, and I'm watching them, like, take apart dresses and put them back together. It's insane, and it takes so much time checking it. Take off each applique, beading, then put it back on and sew it back on. Shorten the dresses. Like, I've seen people shorten from the waist and pull it up.
Which means we have to take apart the entire dress, shrink it down, redo all those seams.
It's amazing. It's amazing. They do amazing work, but don't be expecting to come in and paying like $20. Which I've had people say, "Oh yeah, it really costs $20 to put the dress." I said, "No."
On where?
Yeah.
On who?
Do you want me to do like this much, like for in the front, like?
Yeah.
That's how much it costs to put in one button.
Yeah. Bra cups.
Bra cups. Yeah. Bra cups.
You give her bra cups for that.
But yeah, so I hope that this gives you some insight on how not to be a jerk. Oh, do you?
One more. This is a big one.
Okay, tell me more.
Shower before you come.
Ah! That could
shower.
go back into like that could be under rude. That could be under undergarments because obviously.
Right. I've had people come in and didn't shower. The second they put on the dress, their armpits were literally white and black on those dresses. Yeah. Like, it's gross.
It's disgusting.
And you can smell when somebody hasn't showered.
Or didn't brush their teeth.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm extremely upfront with people, and I have refused service to people because of these reasons. I'm not going to put myself through something like that because you said it's not the shower. When you came in. Yeah. I'm not going to.
Yeah. It's just not. It's not good. So I hope this, teaches you how not to be a jerk to your stylist, to your alteration specialists,
and how to have a good time shopping for a dress and enjoy it.
This is the happy thing, and people forget that. Is that I know weddings can be stressful. I was a wedding coordinator back in the day.
She planned her own wedding.
Yeah, I was like, I understand. Like, I get it.
And hers was extravagant.
Another story time. But yeah, so it's just take a deep breath.
If you need to end your appointment early and come back, do it.
Just take a deep breath. Just chill out and it's going to be okay. Like, everything's gonna be okay. You just need to be really good at time management, and you need to, if you have to write it down, get a wedding journal. That is super important. Have everything listed out. It's that simple, honestly. Like, I know it's overall, it's still stressful, but if you are organized and you have everything, all your ducks in a row, it's gonna be really easy.
So much easier.
So,
all right, that covers this list. I'm sure we can come up with a part 2 at some point. It is bridal season right now. People are getting married. People are going into the fall weddings, winter weddings, summer weddings are in full swing. So hopefully, if you have not gone dress shopping yet, or you're looking for next year, here are some of your tips. Comment below any questions you have. I've been in this industry for 6 years. She's been in it for 2 at the same bridal shop I worked, and then another year as a coordinator. So, questions below. Follow our Instagrams. Follow our puppies' Instagrams.
Yay!
My puppies aren't here right now, but Hugh and Hattie, these ones are hers. Hattie. Adventures of Hattie and Hugh on Instagram.
Yes.
All those links below. Side note, buy my book. It just came out June 16th. This fabulous person planned my book launch party, which we'll do a story time on. I forgot to take video and stuff because I was excited and nervous and everything all at once. But take a look at my book. Links below. Check out our TikTok on the screen and links below. Have a great day. We will see you Wednesday.
Bye!